Well, good morning. It is day 8, September 20th. A nice cool morning. A little bit of a late start as I don't have to, but I'm going to stop by the pharmacy. I've stopped by 2 sporting goods stores to see if I could find KT tape, but have not been able to do that because I picked up 2 little blisters, as I mentioned before, and I want to get on top of that. They look fine right now, but again, I don't want things to get worse. So that's kind of the plan. Gonna figure out how to get myself out of town following these other 2 folks. These guys just look like veteran camp hikers. So, you know, there's a little bit of like, hey, if they can do this thing, I can do this thing. So let's see how the day goes. All right. Well, that was a bust. Tried 3 places, all no-go. So I think it'll end up being okay. Feet feel fine right now, but again, I'm 20 minutes into the day. You know, I realized that this whole trip is really a gift that I'm giving myself for retirement. And obviously I want it to be enjoyable. It has always been my intention to show folks exactly what it's like, the ups and downs, not just the glossy parts of it all. So that's what I'm gonna do, plus all my commentary along the way. Bonjour. Bonjour. Not sure what the locals were off to, maybe church, who knows, but anyways. All right, so 10 miles today, not bad. Actually, short and doable. Have a sandwich from the place I stayed at last night that was actually pretty centrally located. So I enjoyed all that. So we're gonna get it going. All right. Well, gonna take a little detour here. There's a medieval walled city that's just slightly off the path, and the advertisements for the town are saying, come see our walled city, 10 minutes. So the guidebook says that it's really a darling, was the word they used, darling city to stop off and see, and that the short detour was well worth it. So there it is, kind of obscured from a fairly large tree and bush, but let me swing over here real quick and stand in these guys' driveway, give you a peek. Yeah, so there it is. Be there in a minute. Well, it does look charming, but the sound of the weed whacker in the background leaves a little bit to be desired, I gotta say. All right. Well, I'm in Montreal, something else that I can't quite remember and certainly can't pronounce. Actually, quite a good day of walking today. Not that far, only 11 miles, but it was really the company that I ended up having. There was this 51-year-old Frenchman who spoke really good English, so we were able to have a conversation through most of the day. We chatted maybe starting an hour outside Condom and just kept walking and just chatting about all of this and that. He's quite a well-traveled individual, and it was just nice, frankly, to have the company. And when we'd run across French locals, they'd of course have a conversation, and then he'd fill me in a little bit here and there, so I wasn't completely left out, which was very pleasant of him. But that's also why I really don't have much video between Condom and now, because we were just chatting along the way. We did stop at a nice little chapel, and there were some other local French men and women that were walking the trail as well. So it's now 6:45. I'm in the Victorian Lodge. It is a really nice place, I gotta say. It has air conditioning. It has high-speed Wi-Fi. It has its own shower and bathroom. It has a nice sitting room. Actually, there's a TV that I'm not expecting to do much with. A little sitting chair in the room. The accommodations are really pretty good, so if you happen to get this way, think about Victorian Lodge in this really pretty small little quiet town. It's enjoyable. So I'm gonna wait for the restaurants to open, which is typically at 7 o'clock. I've taken a shower, done my laundry. They had a hair dryer in the room, so I was trying to dry my shirts and dry my socks and all that. And then tomorrow, not a horribly long day either, about 11 miles. And I have going into Eauze, E-A-U-Z-E. Yeah, I've got a layover day there, even though my legs are pretty strong and feeling pretty good. But I'm gonna keep to the layover day because I've already reserved it. And I think it'll be nice just to have the extra day just to relax and let everything catch up. So that's the plan. Gonna hopefully have some nice dinner and then a little bit of reading before going off to sleep and then getting up in the morning. They have a nice table set up for breakfast already, and there we go. All right, so we're having an adventure. Well, good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, the 21st, I believe, and a little bit of a late start, just coming on 9 o'clock. A lot of unpack the bag, repack the bag. Oh, I forgot that. Unpack the bag, repack the bag. Oh, wait, what about that? Unpack the bag, repack the bag. And then stop by the little store to pick up some lunch. And now leaving a really charming little town, Montreal de Gers. Obviously not pronounced that way, but anyways. And a unique experience, I'll have to say, was at the accommodation, Victorian Lodge, really nice place. All English speakers. That couple from Vermont that I had mentioned, and then the other couple, the British couple. So interesting and unique. The temperature is nice and cool right now, but they are predicting rain about noon. So again, do the never-ending Tetris game of stacking stuff in the backpack that's most convenient. So 11 miles, not too bad. He says lightly at the beginning of the day, and we'll see how it goes. Still trying to kind of settle into the right pace, the right walking pace, and the right walking distance. You know, that said, I have gonna come into Eauze, E-A-U-Z-E today, and then have a layover day. I really frankly don't feel physically that I need it, but I've already rented the spot for 2 days, so I'm just gonna take advantage and really rest up and, you know, look at my Spanish route, try to get that figured out a little better. I do have a 17 and 18 mile day scheduled, and that's mostly just because there's not that many accommodations along the way. So, you know, start sending out emails and figuring out what I can do. What I really don't want to do is to get caught with no reservations in these little tiny towns. And so I also have to figure out, you know, where's the last chance. It has a tourist office that I could actually call a cab and jump ahead in case I need to. So, you know, just doing the logistics like I'm supposed to. But for right now, gonna enjoy the cool weather. Gonna continue to move along. See what the day unfolds. I'll probably listen to my podcast and also a little bit of Spotify just to make some hours go by. All right, that's the plan, Stan. It's 10:35, took a little bit of a break. Gonna start my podcast here in just a little bit. Humid, cool, passed by one other hiker, otherwise it's just been me so far. And I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but it's the first view that I've had of the Pyrenees. So we just swing this around. For you, it may look pretty far out in the distance, and it does to me too, although quite visible. So onward we go, hoping to beat the rain. So the rain continued to pick up. There was a little carport that I pulled over into and got out all the rain gear and my gaiters and everything. I'm under this canopy of trees that I'll show you in just a second because it's, you know, getting coverage from the rain, which when I pulled over in the carport, it was raining. When I got all my stuff on, it wasn't raining that bad. Could probably have kept going, but okay, fine. And, you know, this gives me enough coverage to take the GoPro out and not risk it getting all wet, and etc. So take it as it goes, just trying to get into Eauze sooner than later, find a spot, stay dry, and I've got an overnight here, so be able to decamp for just a little bit. All right, this is what's ahead. Well, a little pause here. It's 10 after 1. I'm hoping gonna be in there by, you know, 2:30 or so. I'm under a bridge, just catching a little break from the rain that you can probably see behind me. Had a little bit of water and just gonna keep doing what I'm supposed to do. So it'll be nice to get out of the rain a little bit. Well, the rain has passed. So I was walking into town just happened to notice this supermarket that you can see behind me. And so, following in the good suggestion of get it while you can, swung in there, got enough food for dinner tonight, breakfast tomorrow, lunch tomorrow, dinner tomorrow, and breakfast the following day. And I did it all for, plus some stuff for the feet just as backup. And I did it all for like 43 euro. So that's pretty good. Now granted, I'm not eating high end, but that's all right. Well, today was a good day to take a break. It's been raining off and on all day, and the projection is that the rain is going to continue until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's just, what, a little after 11 this morning. I slept in quite well, which was enjoyable, of course, and with the washer and dryer, still getting my socks dried, you know, not wanting to turn my wool socks into little kitten socks, so just having to pay attention to all of that. Stopped by a pharmacy today to pick up a gel insert, as I'm having a little bit of trouble with my left foot, so we'll see if I'm going to use that or not. But you know, trying to figure out the next few days. Went to the tourist office, very nice woman, was able to help me out with a bus route if I want to jump ahead a few days. And so that's kind of the task today, is to see what I can plan to squeak out an extra few days. Right now I'm at the church in Eauze, E-A-U-Z-E, and gonna go on inside. So I'm glad that you guys are coming along here with, and let's go inside and take a respectful piece. A respectful peek at the peaceful, wait a minute, okay, church interior. All right, there we go. So a little look at the Eauze town square. Church was quite nice. Kind of plain, truthfully, for its size. But still, you have to respect the prayers and worries and thank yous and hopes and dreams and all the thoughts that have collected inside that building over the centuries. These buildings off to the right are interesting with the Tudor style and the timbers, you know, on the outside. I don't know if you'll be able to see. I'll try to take a picture. The one on the left, the horizontal beams, boy, they're sure sacking what would be the floor, right? It's yeah, it's old. But then, so am I.